Oh my goodness, comic fam. This was a tough show. We're gonna just be honest with you. I messed up and I didn't like leave the air conditioning on in here, and we have to record in silence, which means that in this just really, really hot August day, we're just sweating profusely. The cameras aren't working, so then we're sweating even more because it's taking way longer to make the video. But you guys stuck through it, and I really do appreciate you. And hopefully, over time, I get better at doing my job so that I can make this room more comfortable because I think it's going to make better video quality.
Plus, it'll just be colder soon, which I'm willing to just hibernate for winter. Most animals hibernate through the winter and to get to the summer, but I want to
Imagine if we had to hibernate. Like, imagine how...
I would love to. Are you kidding? Like, I hate summer. Just bury myself in a hobbit hole for like 4 months and be done.
It's like, what is the guru doing? Oh, he's hibernating for another month. Oh, he's doing it early this year? Yeah, he's got a con to make.
He's fine.
Because, like, right, we'd be able... I imagine us being sentient and being able to choose when we could hibernate.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Jeff's over here going, I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking
From like
about.
late May to early September. I've worked this out already in my head. Those are hibernation times.
All right. Well, I do appreciate the community who have stuck with us and who are continually listening to us talk about hibernation right now. But we do have some comic book news that I want to discuss with the comic book community, the best community in the world. We're going to talk about Walking Dead right now because there's some news that was given to me, is provided to me by Nick over on Key Collector. Had no idea about this, but you knew a little bit about this before I did.
Yeah, this Walking Dead, number one, we're talking about the comic book. Walking Dead number one.
It's the premier comic of that run.
Yeah, premier comic of the run. It's been around since, what, like 2001?
Wait, they didn't put out number 3 first, and then number 2, and then number 1?
No, they did it number 1.
They did number 1 first.
That's right.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, who would have thought by now?
Yeah.
It's by Albatross, isn't it? So, yeah, but it came out in 2003. And obviously that book took off when the show came to fruition. And there was a lot of talk of different variations of the cover, and very minor, because there's some lettering there in white and there's some lettering there that could be in black at times. And from what I remember back, maybe 10 years ago now, people were looking for the black specifically, but a very small amount of people, because they really felt that the black lettering underneath the number issue was more scarce than the white lettering. And we're just getting now, I guess, real like hard fact numbers that is the case.
Yeah. So what information was provided, because this has been a rumor, because there are two. Okay, well, let's take it back a couple steps. What are we talking about? It says suggested for mature readers on the cover, and there are black lettering that was published, and then there is white lettering that was published. And the rumor was that something happened in the printing, and it was supposed to be black, but some were white. And because Robert Kirkman saw this early in the printing process, he said, oh, that's not going to pop enough. We need to change it. And the rumor was that this only affected 30 or 40% of the books. And having a split like that didn't really affect the market that much. But now we have a word that this was actually way, way worse than 30 or 40%, that Robert Kirkman actually stopped this after a measly 10%. So it's still, unconfirmed about exactly how many there are, but safe to say, plus or minus 5%, 10 to 15. So 10 to 15% of these actually made its way out in white. And
are we just talking about the words suggested for mature readers?
Wait, is it black or white?
Black is the harder one to find. So
Okay.
10 to 15% of black got out, while the whites were the majority of 85 to 90%.
I never would have caught that in my entire life. Even if you had 2 copies right next to each other, it said
Side by
spot the
side.
difference, and it still wouldn't jump out at me that there's a whole. Yeah, that's weird. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's very minor.
But
Yeah.
right now we're seeing Walking Dead prices starting to, kind of curve. A lot of the key books are not worth as much as they were at their height. They're still selling for pretty aggressive, but, nowhere near where it used to be. And this is a book, being that it is that premiere issue, as mentioned, that is going to see the biggest changes. And I know this is a book that was typically like $2,000 at shows at 9.8 for quite some time.
Yeah, I think I haven't looked at numbers in a while, but I've seen them drop down to 1,300 and less for 9.8s. So, look, it's a long-running series. Maybe everybody who really liked it has a copy now. Maybe it's going to take time for the marketplace to absorb everything. But for now, it's definitely in a lull. And but, such as with comics, things go in waves. So now might be the time to get into one.
And considering that there is what could be 10 to 15% made of this particular variant, is what we can call this, that may be the book to get, especially if long term this book is starting to get stagnant. The show is still going.
They're still talking. The show's still going, and they're talking about doing those movies with Rick. So like, it might be a lull, but I feel like Walking Dead isn't quite dead yet, even though I might want it to be.
Still walking.
It's still
not
going.
dead.
It's crawling.
Yeah.
It's crawling. All right. So now we have another fun thing that's happened this week. We had a new member to the Twitter community join us. And I'm actually on Twitter. And you can follow me at Comic-Con 101. And over on Twitter, I'm following Superman. DC Comics has made Superman a Twitter account, and it is awesome. All right. So we have a tweet from Gail Simone that's pretty great. She said, okay, hear me out. I have a theory. Superman is the really popular Daily Planet journalist Clark Kent. Let that sink in for a moment. And the response from Superman was, who's Clark Kent? So that's pretty good. You know, I'm digging this. I like to see that these characters are now getting some marketing behind them in the 21st century. This should have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, and I feel as a defender of Superman, I feel like if anybody needs like an Aquaman level kind of character boost of coolness, it's Supes.
Oh, really bad.
I don't know if a Twitter profile is going to be quite the thing he needs to revitalize interest in the character. They need some kind of like Jason Momoa level, just boomf to the guy.
Is that what Jason did? He did a boomf?
He boomfed. You
got to tell him that if you ever meet him. Like, dude, you really boomfed Aquaman.
You are a great boomfer, sir. That's all he does.
He just booms.
Well, Superman came out strong, right? He came out here just like declaring, heard this place was in need of some truth and justice.
I know, right?
Shots fired, I guess.
Shots fired, man. He's like, I'm coming in here to save America.
That's right. Watch out, social platforms. Supes is here.
All right. Well, let's leave you with one thing here. We do appreciate you, Comic Fam, and we're really excited to see the growth of this show. I'm determined to improve the quality every week. We're still kind of getting into the swing of things. You know, this is new for us. We've never actually made content that's longer than like 15 minutes or so.
And we picked like the hottest day in creation to make the longest piece of content we've ever done.
Oh my gosh. I need to take like 2 showers, man. I'm just sweating.
I had to get in my car and drive home. My car's sitting out there in the hot sun. So I'm going to open the door and sit down. And I think I'm just going to die.
Dude, all of us look so sweaty.
I'm so glad the cameras aren't on.
Oh my goodness. Well, we do appreciate the Comic Fam. Thank you so much for joining us today. Do us a favor, if you found any value to this and you're listening to us this long on the audio format, we need your help. If you rate this podcast, it really does go a long way. And I also want to remind everybody as well that if you go to the YouTube channel and watch the video and let me rephrase that. If you go to the YouTube channel and you go to the comment section and comment, that's going to make sure that you're entered to win this awesome Randy Emberlin print. We haven't figured out a way to do giveaways for our audio members just yet. There's multiple platforms. There's no comment sections. And once you rate it, you only rate it once. So we're going to have to stick to that YouTube process.
Plus, you want to go to the YouTube video so you can see how cool the print itself looks. You can't see it with your ears. So use your eyes and go watch the YouTube thing just to at least see what the print looks like. And comment while you're down there so you can probably maybe get it.
That's right. If you refuse to use your eyes, just trust me. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like Carnage. It looks like Randy Emberlin Carnage. It's awesome. All right. Thanks, Comic Fam. Geek responsibly. We'll see you next Sunday. And we out.